It is the 32nd annual Members Exhibition here at the Art Gallery in Campbell River, and this is Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
I'm Mary Ruth Harris, and this is Go Island, and we are on location today at the Art Gallery in Campbell River, and they have a new members show that launched on April 24th, and it is spectacular. The amount of work is amazing. There's 66 different entries, each one of them from a different member, and each one of them is so completely different. Just have a look at some of the ones that are here behind me. All different, but all really, really good, really excellent. And it's even a juried show. So in the case of this one won an award of merit. And so they've put this little sticker with the tag that's with the painting. So when you come in to have a look, you can see which ones won honorable mentions and which ones had award of merits. And there's two that are award of excellence. So coming up in today's show, we have a sneak peek at Music Fest. We have a calendar of events down in the Comox Valley, but we are going to start right here in Campbell River with Marjorie Greaves. I'm Mary Ruth Harris, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are in Campbell River, and we are at the Art Gallery, and it is awesome. It is the member show, and that means there's one exhibit for every member, 66 of them, and they are spectacular. And joining me now is Liz Larson-Stoneberger, who is the curator. This is very impressive.
It gets better and better every year.
I'm just stunned at the depth and breadth of the exhibitions.
Each member brings something new and innovative, and it's exciting to have different artists working in different mediums.
Now, it's a juried show, so can you explain to us what a juried show means, and as opposed to a non-juried show?
Absolutely. This show in particular is a blind juried show. So what that means is we have two professional artists that come in that are not from the Campbell River region, so they're not familiar with the artists exhibiting, and we cover up the names of each artist so that the jurors have no idea who created each piece. So these two jurors go around and select pieces anonymously. So they're not understanding who is creating the pieces. They're doing it based on technique, expertise, excellence in the medium, and that's how the awards are chosen. And so we had 2 awards of excellence that were chosen last night. Each award of excellence received a prize. And that was pretty fantastic. And then we had about 6 awards of merit and about 6 honorable mentions. And so these 3 tiers really cover the breadth of work in the show.
So are those awards displayed so we can actually see which ones won?
Absolutely. Next to the label of each piece, we have the award winners and which award they won. And then also that we do various press releases in the paper notifying the public as to who won what award.
All right. And here on Go Island. Now, the show is going to be on for how long?
This show will be on until June 6th.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it just opened last night. We had a wonderful opening reception. We were able to introduce our jurors, Madeline Wood and Angela Somerset. And also have
Isn't she the new curator from Comox Valley?
Yes, she is.
She's awesome. Now, I think one of the things that strikes me looking around the room, who did the hanging?
I arranged the work. However, we have a very, very experienced exhibition installation team made up of volunteers who have been hanging with us for about 10 years.
Because that's the one thing that with all of the different pieces, how you've been able to hang them in such a way that it actually looks as though there's 3 or 4 that might be done by one person. But they're not. They're all individual, which that's why I was quite shocked when you said that there's only 1 per member. I was really impressed with how it was hung.
It's one of the challenges and the joys of the members exhibition is we really don't know what
What's
work
coming.
we're going to get until it arrives. And so as we're laying the work out and, you know, taking it out to see what will go where, naturally, sometimes there are groupings that go together, and that's one of the exciting parts for me.
Okay.
And other times, it's the juxtaposition
Right.
of the work
Yes.
that creates those exciting moments.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I know it's your day off and you came in anyway. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Now, I really highly recommend that you come down and have a look because it is spectacular. And throughout the show, we'll see bits and pieces of it. Thanks so much, Liz. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. This is Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. We're on location in Campbell River at the Art Gallery for the members show. There was no limits. It could be any medium, any fabric. This one is fabric. This one is a picture. This one is wood. This was an honorable mention, actually, and so was this one. This is a painting. This is a photography. This is painting and a picture. Oh, this one got an award of merit too. And this is acrylic on board. There is something for everyone to look at here. Everything is so different. Like I could spend the entire day here just trying to absorb all of the different art that's here. And now we're going to head down to the Comox Valley for the calendar of events. Here's Judy. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. I'm Mary Ruth Harris, and we are on location in Campbell River today, and I'm thrilled to be here. It is fantastic here at the Art Gallery. If you need a little bit of culture in your life and a little bit of beauty, this is the place to come. And joining me now is one of the artists, and he is the director of the Art Council. This is Ken Blackburn, and you also have a job over at the museum.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm the public program coordinator there too.
All right, so you have a lot going on. So let's talk about from the Art Council's point of view, how important is it to be able to provide members shows?
Well, this is an amazing show. I mean, not only has it been continual for 32 years, but
Wow.
it offers as a kind of a snapshot of who we are at a given point in time.
Okay.
Because when we go through the archives and we look at some of the past shows, over 30 years, you can almost tell from what the art is, the kinds of community or culture is happening around it or is informing the art. Marshall McLuhan called
okay.
artists the radar of their times, and you
Yes.
can sense in art the times around it. So I think that this show is a real time capsule of who we are as a community at a given year, a given point in time. So I love this show for that.
Now, when you were wandering around last night through the opening night and you were looking at some of the pieces, what did you feel that was informing you of?
Creativity. I think Campbell River has really evolved over the last 20, 15 years into more of a much more creative center.
Okay.
I mean, like many economies around the province, there's been a shift away from resource-based, fishing, logging, and I think you're getting more of that creative culture that is, moving here
Yeah.
for the lifestyle. But it's also in the air. I mean, I think that creative industries and creative culture is something that you're seeing percolate more to the surface of communities across the country. So Campbell River's, kind of a good example of that.
It is like looking through the room and looking at some of the pieces. Some of them are so vastly different from other ones. We've got everything from portraits to landscapes to abstracts, but yet each one of them, the level of quality and the level of professional ability is outstanding, and they're not.
Exactly right. Yeah, a huge diversity, which again is a healthy thing. It shows you've got a very diverse community going. And,
Right.
But you're right, the quality of whether you're looking at an abstract or a very realistic painting or a textile art or some of the sculpture, it is all very high quality.
Now, how would you qualify your piece?
My piece is kind of an interesting ensemble of not only materials, but it's actually telling a bit of a story of something that I feel is a bit of a challenge within culture generally, and that is that we don't always do what we say. We say one thing, but we tend to behave in a different manner. especially when we're behind closed doors. In this sense, it's kind of a reference to an election where we may say publicly, you know, I'm against pipelines, or I don't want this for my community, and yet we go vote for the parties that are putting those things in place. Or we're, through
Right.
our investments, we're investing in those very industries
Right.
that are what we're saying
We
we're
don't want.
against.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
think there's a bit of a duplicity and a bit of
Yeah.
a contradiction in our culture in that way, that we tend to behind closed blinds in a
Right.
sense. We're not necessarily aligning with what it is we're saying in public, and I think that's a bit of a problem.
Okay. Now, we are going to head to a story of which you are part of.
Okay.
This is the one
That's
with
fun.
Marjorie Greaves here in Campbell River. It's all about cultural mapping. Have a look. Thanks. And that is cultural mapping. Thank you very much, Marjorie and Ken. Now we are here at the art gallery, and it is fantastic. I love this whimsical piece. This is art on canvas. It's photo art on canvas, which is really interesting. And you might recognize this because Marjorie does a story about this that keeps airing. And these are the pieces that are still up at the Tidemark Theatre. So there is everything to see here. Oh, look at this. That's really interesting. It's a piece of wood, and it's a sculpture, and it received an honorable mention. This is all here at the Art Gallery in Campbell River until June 6th, so you have lots of time to come down and check out these really interesting pieces and exhibits. Oh, look, this extinction fish made of paper mache, found objects, netting copper pennies, was done by Martina Kowalchuk, and it's an award of merit. That is really cool. And now we are going to take a short break, but we will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Here in Campbell River at the Art Gallery, there is a members show. There are 66 pieces, each one from a different member. They are all so different, different mediums, and different colors, and different textures. It is quite spectacular. So you have until June 6th to come on down and have a look. Totally different textures and different mediums. And this picture is an acrylic on canvas, and it looks to me like they're on their way to Music Fest. Here's a sneak peek. You've been watching Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. We've been on location today at the Art Gallery here in Campbell River, where it is the 32nd annual members exhibition, and it is fantastic. You have until June 6th to come here in person and peruse the art. It is amazing. Take the time. Now, speaking of taking the time, take the time this weekend to enjoy your family and friends and a good book, or fixing your car, or cutting the grass, or planting some flowers, whatever it is you want to do. I don't know what the weather's going to be like because it keeps changing. Every 5 minutes it's something different. So whatever it is, enjoy it and be safe. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.